Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop, or should I say welcome back to the barn or the farm or whatever you want to call it. This is just a real short video to let everybody know what's going on. Hurricane Irma is about to hit the state of Florida here in the next couple of days. A lot of prep work going on. It's been pretty crazy. I've had a lot of my subscribers and a lot of YouTube creators reach out to me via email or text message and ask how I'm doing, if I need anything or whatever. And man, guys, just keep praying for the state and giving good thoughts and support to those people out there to help us all, because this is a bad storm. We don't know whether it's going to be a direct hit or a glancing hit or whatever, but you know, like we do in my business, you always prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and that's exactly what we're doing. Real quickly, what we've been working on around here, trying to get prepped up. Right before I finished the barn, I had just a few pieces of trim and some screws to put in the barn. I got hurt at work. I injured my back, and I haven't been able to bend over for any length of time for quite a while because of the pain. I'm doing a little better now, so I've been up there on top of the barn putting the stitching screws or lacing screws, whatever you want to call them, between each one of the roof panels. Now, all the screws that hold the roof panels on, they're all in the roof, but you actually tie one panel to the other, and I never got to do that. And when you don't have any wind, it's not any real big deal, but that definitely strengthens the roof. So yesterday evening, right about sunset, I got up there and ran 300 or 400 screws, and this morning I got up real early before the sun just started beating me to death, got up there and ran some more screws. And then this evening, once the sun breaks over the trees over there and it's just not so brutal hot, I'll get up there and do that again, and I should be able to get that finished. I don't know if the camera can even pick it up, but right up here at the top where the bolts are that hold the main beam, right there are some eyelets. And when I put the barn together, when I built it, I put them there intentionally, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross tie the barn. I'm going to take big yellow wide ratchet straps, and I'm going to tie from the top of this pole diagonal to the bottom of that pole, vice versa. So it'll be four in an X, four different straps in an X. And then I'm going to tie from there to the bottom of that pole over there, and from that eyelet up there to the bottom of this pole over here, to essentially create a bunch of triangles, if you will. Triangles are the strongest thing when you're engineering something. And so the idea is hopefully to keep the building, the wind from making this building oscillate back and forth and break the poles off. I don't think that it actually will be able to pull the roof off this building. It's pretty well screwed together. What I think it possibly could do is either lift the building right out of the ground or snap all the poles off at the ground. That's very likely, especially with 185 mile an hour winds. Now, we may not see that here. Again, we really don't know, but we're hoping for the best and, you know, planning for the worst. The windmill. Aeromotor rated those for, I think, about 130 to 150 mile an hour winds, depending on the model. Mine's a four-legged model. I'm going to furl it, and if I have time, I'm going to grab a wrench, tighten up all the bolts, and make sure everything stays nice and tight. That's really all I can do. It's too much work and too time-consuming to take it apart and set the gearbox and the fan down on the ground. So we'll just, that windmill's made it up in Florida since 1940, so hopefully it's tough enough to hang in there for another major hurricane. As far as boarding up the house, I'm going to wait until the day before the storm to board the house. I've got the plywood, I've got all the stuff. It's just a matter of getting my little meatheads to give me a hand holding the boards. We'll get them all up there, get some screws and everything, and we'll probably only do several of the windows. A lot of the other stuff are smaller windows and they're protected. Just don't have enough time and manpower to get it all, but I think that'll cover the greater majority of where the issues go. I mean, we got to be honest, if the winds get to a certain point, the shop's gone, the house is gone, all of this is gone anyway, and as long as my family's safe, you know, I can build all this again. This tree behind me right here, this is our kids' play set. There's the house. There's the one window I told you I was definitely going to board up. But this is a water oak tree. And the problem with water oaks is, the reason a lot of people call them water oaks is because when you cut them, you'll cut into a cavity and rainwater will pour out of them. And you can see that the tree is not, it's almost like rotted right in here, and that's very normal for these trees. It's also normal for them to break, but here's the issue. These suckers are tall and spindly, and if the wind gets high and it breaks off there, it's going right through the roof. That's a water oak over there. It's not nearly in as bad a condition. I think I'm just going to get in it with a chainsaw and thin it some so that it doesn't have as much wind resistance, and hopefully that one will be okay. This one here, I want to leave it if possible. It's kind of bent over and it's not nearly as big. It probably wouldn't even hit the house if it fell. And this beautiful tree here is a live oak. My plan at this point is in the next couple of days, I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna trim out some of these, thin it just a little bit, again, so we don't make as great a wind resistance. These trees have been known to survive many, many, many hurricanes. Maybe I'll get lucky in my old rotted deck here. The wind will just pick the thing up and tear it down for me in one piece, and then I won't have to tear it down, because this is my next major farm project here, but that's another story for another day. I just wanted to take a quick second and say thanks for all the emails, text messages, phone calls I've gotten from everybody asking if there's anything they could do, if they could help, hoping we're okay, well wishers. I appreciate it. Please keep in mind that anyone that lives on basically the southeastern side of the United States, and maybe even in the eastern side of the United States, will be affected by the storm. It's a killer. It's about 400 miles across. So Keith Rucker, Adam Booth, Dale Derry, and probably some more that I can't remember right now. All of us are going to be impacted in some form of another. Let's all exhale at one time towards the east, and maybe we can blow this thing out over the ocean a little bit further like Matthew did. That would be great. But again, thank you for all the thoughts and well wishes. Keep up the prayers, folks. And we'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw here today. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and like us on Facebook. Please, somewhere down below here is a link. See you soon.